So, Peter, it's for that reason that you were fired.
Peter, quick question for you. Will having a bar of chocolate ever be the same again for you?
It won't quite have the same meaning, yeah. Let's put it that way.
It's just kind of like, oh no, I don't want to think back to that. Come here, your experiences in the house, Peter. Would you do it again?
Absolutely. I mean, I've been asked that question a lot, and I definitely think so. I mean, it's a fantastic experience, and I certainly would.
And it came to light that obviously, as in all groups and situations, certain people stick together. And what came to light in the show last night about Morris and Eugene going off for little walks. Did you find that you got on with some people more than others, or some people just kind of stuck to themselves, or were you a bit like myself, tried to talk to everybody? And
probably like yourself, Carl, as you say. I mean, I definitely, spoke with everybody. I had a great time, and certainly had time for everybody as well. Even Owen, when he was going through a bit of stress and strain before he left the process as well. So, I mean, as the weeks go on, I mean, people have to devise strategies to figure out how they're going to stay in the competition. And obviously, Morris and Eugene had to, figure a way of getting the edge. But I don't quite mind that as much as obviously you've seen it. So, I mean, the thing that kind of gripes me a little bit would be more, Joanne sitting in the same kind of conversation, staying quiet, nodding and smiling, and, forgetting the fact that she was on the same side where we forgot, a large part of our task.
Yeah, there's one thing I didn't bring up so far, and we get the fired candidate on each Tuesday on the Drivetime show. I've never mentioned this before, other than it's a different competition this year. There's not a job up for grabs. There's a 200,000 investment. With that in mind, I think the programme is structured in a certain way. Like I had Brian for a chat on earlier on. Basically, Bill Cullen can turn anything any way. If you do something, in a particular way one night, why'd you do that? And if you didn't do it, he could turn it to say, geez. So with that in mind, I think the business idea that you bring to the table to enter the competition this time will see how you get through the competition. In other words, if Bill isn't interested, you're going to go out.
There's a large possibility of that. I mean, obviously we've had very little or no time, with Bill himself. We just see him when we get to the boardroom, for good or for bad. But no, I think that's right. And, it's a good example of how things are turned around. I mean, Team Spirit did a great job, in last night's task. And Brian in particular did a fantastic job, that task. And I think wasn't really given the recognition that he probably deserved for that task. I mean, it's what he does, and he did a really, really good job. So that's a great example of not being shown. Even if, on the Unislip app, or Unisim task, and the one previous to that as well, the one afterwards, I mean, of course, I thought I did a great job. I mean, very little of that was shown. I think you're right. If Bill doesn't like the idea at the end of the day, you're not going to go. Perhaps that's why Conor is still there, maybe even, yeah.
Peter, you were the guy dressed up as an old woman on the bike, weren't you?
No,
was that you?
I wasn't. That was Eugene.
I'll tell you, he has a career as an actor if his business idea fails, hasn't he?
Well, maybe himself and Morris could go into business together and that, yeah.
Maybe they could. Speaking of that and real life and stuff, and when you went into The Apprentice, your business idea, have you it fully formulated, and what is it, Peter?
So, yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, the business idea I went into to this process with was a clothing company that I've been kind of, toying with the last couple of years, working as a marketing and branding kind of project, if you want to put it that way. And, I was fortunate enough that before I went into the process, I actually had, a good line of conversation with a potential investor, and who wasn't Bill, obviously, and fortunately, since I've left the process, I have had an opportunity to lock that down. So I now have, a full investment for the brand.
Brilliant stuff. So, if people want to look you up or to see how you're getting on or get in touch with you, what's the story, Peter? You're on Facebook anyway.
I certainly am. I mean, we have a website for the clothing company. The clothing company is called Evicted, and our website is evictedwear.com. And we're on Facebook also, and my own private website would be peden249.com, PEDEN249.com.
We'll have a look at the Evicted Wear. It's a cool name it's a cool brand name, isn't it?
It's a very fitting name at this particular moment, yeah.
It's ideal, isn't it?
It really is. Great PR.
Yeah, but what part of the country you're from anyway, Peter?
So, I mean, I'm originally from Denmark, actually. My mother is from Cork, and I live in Cork as well, and I've lived in Ireland full-time since 99.
Since 99, because I was just sitting watching it last night, and I was just sitting there on the couch and said to Sandra, what? She said, ask Peter, where's he from? There's some accent, I just can't get it, I can't pin it down. You know, we definitely knew there was a twang from somewhere else, and it's not a fully Cork twang anyway.
No, absolutely not. I mean, I started working at a very young age in international call centres and business centres, from age of 16. So all my friends and colleagues were, they weren't Irish, they were all foreign nationals. My brother, on the other hand, has a very, very Cork accent as he started working in a grocery store in Cork.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Well, Peter, it's a pleasure to chat to you. We enjoyed watching you on the programme, and you were very professional, I have to say that. And we'll keep an eye on you. We'll have a look at that website. We'll keep an eye on you on Facebook as well, and we wish you very best of luck with your business venture.
Thank you very much, and I'd love to, send your listeners some goodies. So, get on to me for some T-shirts and some hoodies and some tops, and we'll do a competition if you want.
Consider that done, Peter.
That's great.
I'll chat to you shortly.
You bet. Thank you very much.
Well, I've tasted